We're now going to review the effectiveness of our Word documents that we have created. So it's very important that any document you create is effective and fit for purpose. Now, if we look at this example of a letter, you can see that there are quite a few things on there that don't look quite right. The first one being this heading here. It's fine to have a heading, but what's wrong with it? If you look there, you haven't got the capital letters for a title. So what we can do is we can change the case. So if I go up here, you've got different options for the case, and I'm going to choose capitalize each word, and then you will see that we've now got a capital letter. Now 4 doesn't have a capital letter, so I'm just going to change that back. But sentence case is a really useful one to use. We've also got it happening over here on the address, so I can do the same thing. Click on there, choose sentence case. No, sorry, not sentence case. Capitalize each word. Now on this one, I want it to all be capitals, so I can go to uppercase, and now it's all capitals. So it's just a really useful tool for changing the sentence case. Now we've already got consistent fonts on this one because we have used Times New Roman throughout the entire document, which is great. We don't want to be having a different font on our address, a different font on our title, and a different font on our text, because that confuses the reader and it really just doesn't look right, as you can see there. It looks a bit silly, it doesn't look professional. So it's important that you make sure that your fonts are consistent. You really don't need any more than 2 font types. Ideally, stick with 1. So I'm just going to change it all to the Calibri font. This is also a title, so we'd want to see that bold. So just changing that to bold now. There's some other things that are quite obvious. We've got red lines under here. So that's clearly spelling errors that might be happening. So if I want to review my spelling, I can go to Review, and I can click on the Spelling and Grammar option, and it takes me through all of the things that it thinks are errors. So that is an error, so I'll press Change. Yep, I'm going to change that one. So what's happening here? Bed in new young plants well this year. Now it's possible that that's a list, so I might come to that later, so I'm just going to ignore it. Compass, well that's clearly spelt wrong, so we've got to change it. That's spelt wrong, change it. Stourbridge is a place, and that is spelt correctly, so I'm going to ignore it. In fact, I can add it to the dictionary and then it won't tell me about it again. And then change, because that's wrong, and then press OK, because it's now saying the spell and grammar check is complete. So I just want to check down here. I would imagine that it's looking here for a list, and it wants this to be maybe a heading, and then put a bulleted list in. You've learnt how to do that previously. So that's reviewing our spelling, that's changing the sentence case, and it's using consistent fonts.